So, you know how normal people use dating apps to find love, companionship, maybe someone who doesn't chew with their mouth open? Well, some people decided regular dating apps just weren't exclusive enough. Enter WhiteDate.net. WhiteDate was a dating site launched in 2017 for quote unquote people of European ancestry who were racially aware and wanted to make, and I cannot stress how much I wish I was making this up, white babies. WhiteDate had what researchers lovingly called the Smurf Village gender ratio. Out of about 8,000 users, fewer than 50 appeared to be women. That's roughly a 160 to 1 ratio. For context, the actual Smurfs had a better gender ratio, and their entire village had one woman for like 100 years. The site's official explanation, and I quote, "Men are vanguards paving the way." Now enter Martha Root, anarchist researcher, professional Nazi botherer. In late 2024, Martha decided to take a little peek at WhiteDate's digital infrastructure, and what she found was exactly what you'd expect from people who outsource their supremacist infrastructure. The cybersecurity on WhiteDate was so bad, Martha described it as making even your grandma's AOL account blush. The site was running on WordPress, with apparently zero verification for the new accounts, no rate limiting on requests, and this is Chef's Kiss, profile photos that still had EXIF metadata attached. If you're not familiar, EXIF. Data is the little bundle of info your phone attaches to photos. Stuff like GPS coordinates, timestamps, device information. These geniuses were basically uploading their home addresses along with their Aryan selfies. But Martha didn't just poke around, she got creative. Using a llama, an open source tool for running AI models locally, Martha created chatbots, fake profiles, digital honeypots dressed up as traditional women with European values. And the bots were so convincing, an AI chatbot was verified as racially pure by a white supremacist dating site. Some of WhiteDate's most dedicated users spent weeks chatting with these bots, flirting, sharing their hopes, their dreams, their plans for racial purity. Users fell in love, and while they flirted with their perfect trad wife, Martha collected data, screenshots, patterns, plans. By the time Martha was done, she had exfiltrated over 100 gigabytes of data, 8,000 user profiles from 88 countries. The data included profile information, private messages, and photo metadata, and apparently enough embarrassing content that the full dataset was restricted to journalists and researchers. Then came the finale. December 29th, 2025, the 39th Chaos Communication Congress in Hamburg, Germany, the world's biggest hacker convention. Martha Root takes the stage in a pink Power Ranger costume and presents her findings. Then, live on stage, in front of thousands of hackers, she deleted WhiteDate, the main site, the backups, the email accounts, all of it, gone. And the homepage, Rick Roll, which is honestly the most poetic ending imaginable. Afterward, Martha created okstupid.lol, a website where you can browse sanitized versions of the leaked profiles plotted on a map. Martha also unmasked the identity of the owner of the website, real name Christiane Horn. Now, here's the thing about Christiane Horn. She was previously married to a French Jewish man. They lived in Paris for years, by all accounts a normal conservative marriage. Then, according to her ex-husband, one December evening in 2017, she launched into a, quote, tsunami of hatred at a dinner party. He said she'd gone down the YouTube rabbit hole of race realism videos and decided that Jews weren't actually white. Her ex-husband said he separated for political reasons, which is the most French divorce statement I've ever heard. And WhiteDate wasn't just a dating site. Christiane was building an entire ecosystem. White Child, for white adoption and sperm donation. White Deal, basically LinkedIn but racist. She had connections to Holocaust deniers and neo-Nazi musicians, and was apparently trying to build what Martha described as a full-blown fascist network, disguised as a dating app. So what did we learn today, class? 1. Always strip metadata from your photos before uploading them anywhere. Your phone is snitching on you. 2. If you're going to build a supremacist platform, maybe don't hire the people you claim to be superior to. Just a thought. 3. WordPress is not a secure platform for your hate network. Neither is anything else, frankly, but especially WordPress. 4. If your dating pool is 160 men to 1 woman, maybe the problem isn't feminism. Maybe the problem is you. Martha Root described herself as, quote, whatever the anti-fascist movement needs at the moment, a ghost in their servers, a thorn in their mythologies, and an intelligence that refuses obedience, which is honestly pretty metal. For someone who dresses like the Pink Power Ranger, the data is now available to journalists and researchers through DDO secrets. The sites are dead. And somewhere out there, 8,000 guys are realizing the love of their life. Was actually just a very sarcastic large language model. Anyway, that's the story of how one anarchist researcher catfished an entire white supremacist dating network, made them fall in love with robots, and then deleted everything live on stage, while dressed as a Power Ranger. Subscribe.